Hey y'all, today we are going to talk about solving linear equations using the elimination method. Now there are different methods to solving linear equations. Today, the elimination method, obviously the word elimination means to eliminate something. So we are going to eliminate something out of our equations in order to solve them. Now, remember, anytime you're solving linear equations, your solution, your answer, will always be in an x, comma, y ordered pair format. So, unless you have infinitely many solutions and no solution. But if your equations have an x, comma, y, that is your one solution. So, here are some tips for the elimination method. First of all, this method only works if you have a positive and negative in the same variable. Well, what do you mean by that, Ms. Taylor? All right, what I mean is if I have an equation, let's say I have negative 2x plus 4y equals 12. My second equation needs to have a positive 2x or a negative 4y. This only works if your variable has opposite values. So, and it needs to be the same value. So let's say this is our first equation, and our second equation is 2x plus 5y equals 6. Well, let's look at our second tip that we have. Line up your equations. When you line these equations up, it's going to allow you to be able to eliminate really easy. So if we have this first equation, we have negative 2x plus 4y equals 12. We're going to line these up. Put this one underneath. 2x plus 5y equals 6. Now, going back to our first tip, this method only works if you have a positive and negative in the same variable. So let's look at our y's. That's a positive 4y and a positive 5y. Both are positive, so elimination would not work for the y's. Look at the x values. That's a negative 2x and a positive 2x. So that's okay. That will work for the elimination method. Now, because we just lined these equations up, you're going to put a big old plus sign and a big old equal sign and go back to how you used to add things straight up and down in elementary school. Now, this is so cool about the elimination method. It works because this negative 2x and positive 2x, they cancel each other out. That's why it's called the elimination method. Now, we're going to use it. We're going to go back to it in just a few minutes, but right now, it's eliminated to easily solve for y. Because I have a big old plus sign and equal bar there, 4y and 5y makes 9y equals 12 and 6, adding up together equals 18. Now you just easily solved for y. Y equals 2. Now, like we said before, solving linear equations, you must have an x, comma, y. I know what my y is. Let's put our answers over here to the side. Our y is 2. Because I know that y equals 2, I've got to go back to the substitution method and substitute this y equals 2 into either one of my y values to solve for x. If you're not sure about the substitution method, and this is the first video you are viewing, you might want to go on my YouTube channel and watch the substitution method because the elimination method works really quick to get rid of one variable. You must know the substitution method in order to finish solving this problem because right now you only have half of your ordered pair. So if y equals 2, let's go ahead and just take this one since it's on the right side and we have room over here on the right side. Let's rewrite this problem, 2x plus 5, but instead of saying 5y, I'm now going to say 5 times 2 because y equals 2. Because I know y equals 2, I'm allowed to substitute it in for y. And I'm going to write the rest of it equals 6. Now we can easily solve for x. 2x plus, well, what is 5 times 2? 10 equals 6. Subtract your 10 on both sides. 2x equals negative 4. Now divide by 2 on both sides, and you know that x equals negative 2. You now have the second part of your ordered pair. X equals negative 2. So this is your answer right here. Negative 2, comma 2. Now, in order to check your work, you can plug the x in for the x spot and the y in for the y spot, and if it equals 12, that's correct. The same thing, plug the x in for the x spot, the y in for the y spot, and if it equals 6, your entire problem was correct. So, if this was number 1, let's check our work for number 1. I'm going to write negative 2, comma, well, what is my x? Negative 2. Plus 4 times, what was my y? 2. Equals 12. If this works and equals 12, you are correct. So what is negative 2 times negative 2? That is positive 4. Plus, what is 4 times 2? 8. Does 4 plus 8 equal 12? 12 equals 12, so yes, we are correct. Let's try our second equation. 2 times, well, what was our x? Negative 2. Plus 5 times y, well, our y was 2, so times 2 equals 6. Now, if this works out and equals 6, we are correct. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, plus 5 times 2 is 10, equals 6. Negative 4 plus 10 is 6. Does 6 equal 6? Yes. So this is us checking our work. Our actual answer to this system of equation is negative 2, comma 2. So the elimination method, you always need to make sure you have a positive and a negative in the same variable. So when we looked at these, we knew our x and our x, there was a negative 2x and a positive 2x. So that's how we were able to eliminate, quickly solve for y, then we use the substitution method to finish solving this problem. I hope this helps. Y'all have a great day.